Hello everyone. Myself Dr. Shubh Arora, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, GIMS Greater Noida. Once again, I welcome you all back to the lecture series of the subject Marketing Management. We are on the first unit and today is the 7th lecture. Today we'll be completing this first unit and today's topics are STP, that is segmentation, targeting and positioning. So STP is basically an approach which consists of 3 elements, right? So we'll be talking about all these 3 elements today. When we talk about segmentation, the first element of STP, it basically means and involves that the entire market is divided into smaller homogeneous segments. So basically the segmentation of market is done into different segments and these segments are homogeneous in nature, right? So that is called as segmentation. When we talk about targeting, after the segmentation of market is done, target audience is the main or is the next motive or the objective of an organization. So segmentation includes that it includes selecting the particular segment which we had divided in the process of segmentation. So targeting basically involves selecting segments to serve, right? So basically choosing which segment would be the focus of the organization. That is, the organization has to focus on which particular segment of the market. That is done by the targeting portion. Whereas when we talk about the positioning part, in positioning positioning includes in this type of positioning, the organization takes the help of the 4 elements of marketing mix, that is the 4 P's, which are product, price, place and promotion. So basically when the organization focuses on positioning part, it tries to implement that how the brand image can be created in the minds of the customers, or how basically an organization can position the products which it is trying to sell in the market, right? So how positioning of the product can be done in the market in comparison or in competition with its competitors. So when we talk about or when we define STP, it is a market refers to a setup where 2 or more parties are involved in a transaction or in a business activity of goods and services. And why this transaction is done? Because the seller is selling the goods and services and the buyer is taking or availing those goods and services in exchange of money, right? So though 2 parties are involved in this particular marketing process, those 2 parties are sellers and buyers, right? So basically it includes that it is a responsibility of marketers to create awareness or to make the customer aware about the products which are being sold by the organization in the market, right? Then all the USPs. Now what do we mean by USPs? See, USPs are the unique selling propositions. So basically every brand has to create or build some USPs. Now why USPs are important? USPs are important because if you will not show to your customers that how you are different in comparison to your competitors, right, then the customers will not be getting attracted towards your product or what you are trying to sell in terms of product or service. So basically you need to develop or create a unique selling proposition which may be highlighted by the brand in order to grab the attention or distract the consumer from other brands or from other competitors, right? So why STP, why this approach is important? It is very important. First of all, it is important to divide the entire market into smaller segments so that brands can now focus on the particular segments which are to be targeted, because it is very tough for the organizations to cover the entire market. Second is to make the customers aware about what is being sold in the market. And the third is to create some kind of USPs which can be or which can serve as an attraction to the customers. Next, let's discuss about these three elements individually. So when we talk about segmentation, it is the very first step in the process of product promotion, right? The division, it includes the division of the broad market into smaller segments comprising of individuals who think on same lines. So basically homogeneous, the segmentation, the market is divided into segments, and those segments are homogeneous in nature. That means they are alike in nature. So basically people who believe on the same product lines, or so, or kind of show some kind of inclination towards same kind of products, right, or brands. So that this is what is how we can define market segmentation. Then it can be also defined as a process of creation of small groups or segments within a large market to bring together consumers who have similar requirements, needs and interests. You can also have a look on the example which I have tried to quote here, that is, kids from one segment, males can be a part of a similar segment while females from another segment. Students belong to a particular segment, whereas professionals and office goers can be kept in some other segment. Right, so this was all about segmentation. Now we'll come to the second element of STP, that is the targeting. Now what do we exactly mean? It is the second step of STP, and it is done once the markets have been segmented. That means after segmentation, the marketers can now focus on the targeting, the second element. Now here organizations can take the help of various marketing plans and schemes which target their products among the various segments, right? So once the segmentation is done, the entire market is segmented into different segments, then various marketing strategies and promotional schemes can be used by the organizations to target the customer, right, based on the taste and preferences of the customer, or based on the particular segment, which includes customers who have inclination or interest towards a particular product, right, or based on that particular segment which includes consumers who have same kind of taste and preferences, or same kind of demands or expectations from the products and services. Third we talk about is the positioning, that is the third element of STP. Again, it is the last step, and it comes after targeting, after segmentation and targeting are done. So basically when an organization does positioning, it helps the organizations to create a perception in the minds of the customers regarding the products. So basically creating a mindset in the consumers regarding your brand or regarding your product, right, what you are trying to sell. Right, so basically trying to position your brand or trying to position your product or service in the minds of the customers. That is the part of positioning. So here the marketers try to create a first impression of the product in the minds of consumers with the help of positioning. For example, they have tried to say is that Garnier offers various ranges of merchandise for both men and women, right? So if we talk about Garnier, you cannot just think about that it sells only products related to females, but it has also product ranges which are both for males as well as females. Then we talk about Ray-Ban, for example, brand Ray-Ban, which is very famous for sunglasses. So it has various segments. So if we talk about the premium segment of Ray-Ban, right, then Vintage, Fast Track, these all target the middle income group. So basically segmentation is done, targeting is done, looking into various aspects of the consumers, taste and preferences, income level, or what is the what kind of their demands are there, right? Then again you can have a look at the bottom of some examples like men's sunscreen, lotion, deodorant, right? For women you can talk about daily skincare products, hair care products. So these are some of the examples how marketers can divide the market into various segments, right, and then focus on those segments. So basically segmentation, then targeting the audience, and then trying to build the position of your brand in the minds of the consumers. Then they have also talked about teenagers. So basically what would be the demands or expectations of teenagers? Hair color products, right? So then when we talk about hair color products, different kinds of categories or different lot of variety is required in case of hair color products, right, for the young generation. Then when we talk about older generation, it might include creams related to fight sign, like anti-aging creams or anti-wrinkle creams, right? So all this would be the focus when when the organization is trying to produce a product focusing on the older generation, right? So and they have also told that when an organization is trying to position a product, definitely it should be kept in mind that, for example, a female would never like to purchase a sunscreen lotion which is made or which includes a label as men, or females would not like to, or males would not like to use a product which includes a label called as for females, right? So positioning has to be done accordingly by the brands. So this is all for this unit. So here we end up the first unit, which included the introduction part, then the marketing environment, marketing mix, STP, right? So we are done with the introductory part of the subject, marketing management. We'll be starting with the second unit in the following lecture. Till then, thank you.